everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you my straight to curly hair routine. So as you might be knowing, I blow dry my hair quite often, and when I decide to wear my hair natural, there are some extra steps which I take to really give that extra care to my hair, because blow drying and straightening your hair is of course damaging, and it's fine to do it once in a while as long as you're taking extra steps to keep your hair healthy. So in today's video I'm going to take you from oiling my hair to completely styling my hair. And if you want to know how I get my curly hair back after straightening it, then please keep on watching. Hi, so this is night time. I'm in my pajamas and I'm going to show you how my blow dried hair looks like. This is my day 7 blow dried hair. This is how it looks like. It's a mess because of the humidity of course and curly hair. There was a very bad cyclone. We didn't have electricity for 4 days, no internet, no network, nothing. So anyway, I'm going to oil my hair like usual. I'm using some coconut oil and massaging my hair with it. I have a separate video on how I massage my hair with oil before washing my hair. It's a very detailed video. So if you want to know more about it and if you want to know anything in detail, you can watch that video. I'll leave it above, also in the description box below. I try not to miss this step because it makes a really huge difference in my wash days. Whenever I do miss it, my wash days are not the same. My hair does not look as healthy, like it looks really dry when I don't apply oil. I'm just used to applying oil before washing my hair since childhood. So the coconut oil I'm applying only on the scalp, not exactly on the hair, because coconut oil is really heavy and it doesn't really do anything on the hair, so you should focus it only on the skin. If you want to use oil on your hair, use some kind of penetrating oil, and whatever's left on my hands I just apply on the ends. It's not a lot. Now I'll show you an extra step which I don't always do. I just do it sometimes whenever I feel like. So I'm just taking some argan oil, taking some of it and applying on the lengths of my hair and also on my roots, whatever's left. Mostly focusing on the ends, like where I have very dry ends. And now I'm going to brush my hair. You should always start detangling from the ends and then go upwards, because if you directly start combing from here, all the knots will get even more knotty. In the end, I comb from here so that whatever oils I have, they are also transferred throughout my hair and it just gives circulation over here. I'm easily able to brush it because my hair is like not curly because I had blow dried, and also there's some kind of oil. So if you want to brush your hair dry, that's fine as long as there's something like some kind of slip, because if you just comb your hair when your hair is extremely dry and there's no product in it, then you're gonna cause hair breakage. So have something in hair. This is a white tooth comb. So I would start with a white tooth comb because it's easier. Once I'm done combing with this, I use a regular comb. So this one is my husband's. So I just use this because I want to scratch my scalp because it's itching because of the build-up. So that's the only reason I'm doing it, and it also would distribute the oil evenly and also give my scalp some kind of stimulation. There's my grey hair. It feels so satisfying doing this. So after I'm done combing, I'll just braid my hair. Now if I hadn't combed my entire hair, I would usually put it in a bun. But especially when I comb my entire hair, then I want to braid my hair. So I either do 2 braids or 1 braid. Today I'm gonna do 1 because my hair has become so thin. So I'll just do this regular braid. I'm not very perfect at it, but I try. Because of the layers, hair is coming out, but that's fine. My braid always becomes loose, it just never gets tight. Anyway, I'm using the satin scrunchie. I stopped using cotton rubber bands. It's just so bad for your hair. So yes, this is how it looks like. I'll just scratch my hair a little bit more. This is how my chumpy hair looks like. I'm gonna see you tomorrow when I wash my hair. Bye. So it's the next day. This is how my hair looks like. I'll just wet my hair and be right back. So now I'm going to shampoo my hair. I'm using this L'Oreal anti-hair fall shampoo. You can use any shampoo. I'm using this because this has sulfates and I have a lot of build-up right now, so I need a really strong shampoo. So I'm using about this much for the front side as well as on my back side. And I also use my shampoo brush. I'll be able to do this step properly only in my shower, so I'll just apply shampoo, wash my hair off and be right back. So I'm back and my hair is all clean. By the way, you can also use any pre-masks or bond builders like Olaplex. You can use it, especially after you have heat styled it and then you're going back to natural. Even Curl Smith has a bond builder. I have been wanting to get it since so long, but it's out of stock. So I really look forward to trying it. But anyway, now I'm going to use my favorite mask, my current favorite mask. This is the Shea Moisture Protein Mask. It also moisturizes the hair. It has this butter kind of consistency. So you're just supposed to melt it and apply it. Whenever you have heat style your hair most probably needs protein because heat kind of damages hair, right? So protein is really gonna give that strength back. If you're looking for a good protein mask which doesn't really make your hair all crunchy but it's just the perfect balance, then I would highly recommend this one. It's really good. Now I'm just going to brush my hair to distribute it evenly. The brush I'm using is by Tangle Teezer. If you're brushing your hair wet, always use a wet brush. Don't use a regular brush. The wet brush will always have the bristles very loose, like they bend really easily. So it's not going to pull on your hair a lot and cause breakage. So use brushes specifically meant for wet brushing. After applying the mask, I would twist my hair like so. I would take smaller twists on the front side and on the rest I just take bigger twists because I don't have patience. But this really helps in curl training and also keeps the mask saturated so that you're fully benefiting from it. So I'll just repeat this on my entire hair and be right back. So I'm back with all these twists. Now I'm going to put on a shower cap. So I'm going to carefully twist them entirely and just placing it on top of my hair. A shower cap. Next I'm going to use a heat cap. This is a flaxseed heat cap. And I'm putting it on top of this. It's better to use those very thin plastic, use and throw shower caps because then the heat penetrates deeper. But I'm just gonna use what I have. My shower cap is pretty thick, but anyway, so if you don't know what this is basically a heat cap and this is the non-waterproof version. That's why I have to apply a shower cap first. You're not supposed to touch water on this. This is from Maintain. They also have a waterproof version of it. It has these flax seeds, so they heat up. So I had put it in microwave. I had made an Instagram reel, so I'll just attach it right here to show you how you can use it. And then you're supposed to wear it for like maybe 10-15 minutes or longer if you want to. So what this does is whatever masks and or deep conditioners you have used, it penetrates deeper into your hair because of the heat. So even if you don't have it, that's fine. You can just use your shower cap and you can use a hair dryer and just roughly hover around your hair so that your hair gets some heat. Or you can also use a regular shower cap and then take a hot bath. Even that works. I should do that a lot before. I don't always use this because I feel lazy, but when my hair is going through a lot, I just use this for that extra step. And honestly, I have no idea how my curls are gonna look like. They'll mostly look wavy because when I blow dry it a lot and then I wear my hair curly, it doesn't really bounce up that much. It looks wavy. It takes a while till I get my curl pattern back because I'm confusing my hair, right? I'm telling my hair to remain straight for more than a month straight and then suddenly I'm telling my hair to remain curly. So it's confused. So it looks wavy. So I'm just gonna keep it for about 10-15 minutes and by that time this will also cool down a little bit. So post that I'll wash my hair and then I'll directly see you while styling my hair. I am back. So what I did is I washed off the mask and I also applied the curl up conditioner and then I kept it for like around 5-10 minutes till I had the rest of my bath. But while washing the conditioner, I just kept a little bit in. I didn't wash off completely so that my hair is not stripped off, and then I tied my hair up so that it remains wet. Now for styling, I always prefer to keep my head upside down because I can distribute the product better that way. So first I'll be using this Anvea Curl Defining Anti-Frizz Hair Mist. and I'm just going to spritz it all over my hair. So what this will do is it will just add that first step of hydration. So for example, when you're doing skincare, you would apply toner first, right, which is really watery, and then focus on other moisturizing products like creams and heavier products. So just like that, I'm using a mist first. This is very liquidy, and I'm going to spray it all over my hair. So next I'll be using the Curl Up Curl Cream, using about this much, and start from the ends. I'm going to rake my fingers through so that it's distributed evenly, and also use like this, so just to smooth over the product. This is just plain water. I usually would do it in the shower, so I don't really have to use a spray. When your hair is wet, then it forms really nice clumps. That's why I keep my hair wet at all times. You should hear this sound. Okay, so I'll first section my hair. Now usually I don't section my hair, I just randomly take hair pieces and then style it with the brush, but my hair needs extra love today, so that's why I'll be taking sections and slightly twist it at the end and then leave. You can just shake your hair like this and then scrunch, but I'll be scrunching at the end. I first make sure there are no tangles. So what this will do is it will distribute the product evenly first of all, and then it will define the curls better so that it will form nice clumps, and the hair is actually separated, so it's not all knotty and random curls. It will be nicely clumped and defined. So now this section is done, so I'll just scrunch it. Can you see how nicely defined it is? Time for the next section, and some curls, like for example this, which is not curling, you can also finger coil. I'll just repeat this on the rest of my hair sections and be right back. Hi, so the rest of the hair section is done. This is the front section. I would be styling it horizontally. Can you see I got a little volume here? I would be styling it from the back like so that I get a little bit of volume there. It's not laying flat exactly. Now I'll take my hair entirely, flip it upside down, scrunch more. I love scrunching my hair. Make sure you're hearing this sound at all times, especially while scrunching. Time for gel. So just take a little bit, spread it, and apply the gel upar se. Putting it upar se so that it's coated from the outside. Upar se is my favorite word. So just slap my hair very gently. This is how I like to apply gel. Should I just call it slapping technique? Upar se slapping technique. And just lightly bounce my hair like so. I keep doing this until I feel all the hair has some kind of cast formed. And then I take a little bit more gel because it's over from my hands. If it's there still on my hands, then I don't take more. And in the end, I focus on my ends the most. So I would take my hair like so and scrunch it entirely. This is my favorite way of applying gel, so that the ends also gets the gel, and while I'm scrunching it, the entire hair section also has some gel if I may have missed anything. Whew. I'm done. I did such an elaborate curly hair routine after so long. This was tiring. I hope my hair looks good now. I still feel that I got hurt. I still feel my hair is not going to be as curly. Some of the hair pieces I can still see very wavy over here. But anyway, I'll just diffuse my hair and be right back. I have a separate video on diffusing, so if you want to know how I diffuse my hair, you can check that out. And I'll directly see you after my hair is dried. My hair is 100% dried now, and I'll just take you to my regular background because the lighting is better there. Welcome back to my regular background. I'll just take a little bit of serum. This is the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil Serum. Just going to take the tiniest drop. Can you see that? Very tiny, and just spread it evenly in between my fingers as well, because we are gonna scrunch out the crunch now, and adding the serum will also seal in the moisture and it will protect against humidity because this serum does have silicones, so it works really well. So I will just flip my hair upside down and lightly scrunch my hair. It will break the gel cast, and the serum will also add a little bit of softness While scrunching, make sure your hands are clean and completely dry. So I've scrunched out the crunch. Now I'm going to fluff out the roots very gently. So I would take my finger and take it very close to my roots. Just lightly shake it. Do it very carefully. Don't break your clumps. This can add frizz if you don't do it properly. So do it in a controlled manner. What it does is it just fluffs up the roots so that hair looks more voluminous. It adds a bit of frizz near the roots, but that's what gives it volume. So this is the finished result. I'm really happy with it because there's very less frizz. That's because of all the steps I did. Deep conditioning, heat cap, also distributing the leave-in products carefully so that each and every hair strand is moisturized, and also styling it really well, diffusing it properly. All the steps are really important, and today I really took my time out to do this. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every Saturday, and also follow me on Instagram if you're not following me already. I post a lot of content there as well. Today's comment shout out goes to Diksha Sharma. Thank you so much for your comment, and yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.